Corner. I'm Katie Key, and today I've got Mark Jones in the corner. Howdy.
How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for coming.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You have been around the Houston area for a while now. Your name keeps coming up quite a bit, so I think that's a very good thing.
Yeah, we've been cutting our teeth down here for, I guess, just over 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and more people are saying to me, is like, have you heard this Mark Jones guy? It's like, that's a good thing. Yeah. Now, how long have you guys been playing as a band? Is it 3 years?
Yeah, just about 3 years now.
And so, but how long have you been playing around, even if it's just around your bedroom? What's the deal there?
I kind of grew up with music. My mother was a church music director.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of, followed in her footsteps, and then the bug bit me early. So I actually didn't start performing, until about a year before the band got put together.
Oh, okay.
But so about 3 years with the band now.
But it's safe to say that music has been a part of your life for a long time.
Music's always been a big focal point in my life.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell me, do you remember the first time that you performed, like in church? Do you remember that?
Oh, I was probably too young to remember.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, I was little, probably 5 or 6. Mom always had us up there in the choir, and we were kind of exploited, if you ask me.
I think moms have that right. I'm just saying, as a mom.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. Okay, well then, if you just started playing about 4 years ago, what made you decide that this is what you wanted to do?
I think it's always been a dream that we wanted to chase. But I played a benefit concert on the north side of town in Big Texas, and a guy with this big old beard named Wayne approached me, and he's like, "Hey, we're going to start a band." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And sure enough, the next week came, and I got a phone call, and he's like, "Hey, when's practice?" And I was like, "Is this guy for real? Like, he's actually pursuing this?" And here we are, a couple years later with our first record coming out, and just excited about it.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about the first record. How was that experience?
It was a very good experience. We recorded that album at Magnoli Red with Jeffrey Armstreet there in Magnoli, Texas.
Yeah.
It took us a while kind of to find a home and a producer for the project. I feel like you get pulled in a lot of different directions when you're shopping for a producer in a studio, and he was one of those guys that was willing to give us kind of creative control over the project and really let us produce a record that we wanted to make. So
yeah.
we were really happy with the whole process and couldn't be more happy with the final product.
Walking in on that first day to record vocals, can you describe how you felt?
Oh, I think the whole thing's nerve-wracking,
yeah.
Especially because we did the scratch tracks and then we'd come in and cut final vocals. I mean, it's just like, it all culminates to this final point, and then here you are ready to take it to the next level, and it's kind of all the weight's on your shoulders. So yeah, it was nerve-wracking, but it was one of those things where you take a lot of pride in seeing everything fall into place.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure, and to look at it and go, well, here's the final product, and we put our heart and soul into it,
absolutely.
And now it's coming out. Well, that's so cool. Now, the name of the CD is Breaking Even.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you write everything that's on it?
Everything. There's 12 songs on there. I read 11 of those, and then one song was written by Josh Norman, who was the original bass player in the band.
Okay.
So 12 brand new tracks for you guys.
Awesome. Well, now tell me, writing, that didn't come until college?
Yeah. Well, the whole songwriting thing kind of it blossomed later in life. I took a songwriting course. Everyone's got to take that. X amount of hours of fine arts credit.
Right.
So,
but now, what was your major though?
My major was agricultural economics.
Oh,
so
see,
okay. I had this big dream that I was going to be a rancher somewhere. And here I am. So,
well, you still got time.
Yeah.
You can retire to the ranch.
This pays off, then I can retire to the
Exactly.
There you go. But the songwriting thing, and that was just on a whim, and I took this course because it sounded really interesting, and just discovered, I guess, I had a knack for it, and it was something I decided to pursue.
Cool. Okay, so the single that you guys is called Fast and Free?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wrote that one?
Yep. That's a song. It's a quintessential song about, just growing up. And I'm from the north side of Houston in Spring. And it just talks about, things we did as kids, growing up. And it's just, that real life experience.
Yeah. Well, and I listened to it this morning, and I was like, oh, that's a song that people can relate to.
Yeah, that's the whole whole game plan.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what you want. Is you want everybody to feel like that they can. It's a piece of the song can be a part of their life. And
Absolutely.
I'd say you got it right there.
Thank you.
Okay, so is there a song that it's not necessarily your song, but it could be anybody's, that every time you hear it, it just moves you? Is there one of those songs in your life?
Yeah, it's got to be Wildfire by Mark Murphy. And it's hands down my favorite song ever, but for some reason that song really just paints a picture, and you can just kind of imagine everything that's going on, and it's just a great song. He's great at his craft, and it's one of those songs that really just always hits home for me.
Have you ever met him?
Yes, I actually got the chance to play with him a couple weeks back. I got to play that song for him.
Oh,
It's
cool.
one of my, I guess, signature covers. We actually sat around till like 2 o'clock playing guitar, and it was one of those moments where you feel like your life came full circle. It was surreal. It was really cool.
Now that is a cool story. Awesome. Do you have pictures of that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay,
I'll
good.
make sure that got documented.
Yeah, so people can believe you. That's very cool. Okay, well, now, where do people go to find out how they can get the album or where you guys are playing?
You can get the album on iTunes, Amazon, order from the website. The website's markjonesxxpaces.com, and you can keep up with the band and the tour schedule and all that stuff there as well.
Let's talk about the name of the band real quick.
Yeah.
20 Paces.
20 Paces.
Where'd it come from?
Somebody once in conversation said life gets real at 20 paces, and it kind of stuck with me because I guess, historically that was always the distance you walked in a gunfight. And so it was like you turn around, you're looking at this other guy, and you're both pointing, a pistol at each other in a duel. It's like all of a sudden everything,
Gets real.
gets real.
Wow, okay, I like it. Because I was always wondering, because unfortunately sometimes people tend to get names of bands wrong, and for a while I thought it was 20 Pesos, and then I saw it was 20
We've had
Paces.
that on a few marquees. And
Yeah.
20 faces and stuff like that. But yeah, it's 20 paces.
Hey, as long as they get Mark Jones,
There you go.
you're going to be able they at least have the lead part right.
Absolutely.
Well, once again, thank you for coming to the corner, and everybody get out and get Breaking the Evening.
Yeah, thank you.
Only living for the day, the only way we knew